Life-changing. That's how some Coloradans with disabilities describe a bill at the state capitol. It would give them the right to repair their powered wheelchairs themselves. Political specialist Sean Boyd joins us from the Capitol tonight. So, Sean, this is not the first right to repair bill.
Karen, previous bills focused on all electronic devices, and they failed. This one tailored to powered wheelchairs, in part because repairs to them are taking so long. One man testified that he had to wait 2 months just to get a new battery. Imagine waiting that long for a car battery. For someone in a wheelchair, it's much worse. They can't walk, take the bus. They're at the mercy of manufacturers for now.
I've been using a power chair for more than 30 years.
Julie Riskin told state lawmakers she deserves the dignity of risk, to risk having her powered wheelchair repaired by someone other than the manufacturer, which she says can take weeks or even months for something as simple as a new battery.
The argument that's most insulting to us is that people with disabilities will make mistakes and hurt ourselves. We're not stupid.
Riskin among those who testified in support of a bill by Senators Rachel Zenzinger and John Cook that would require wheelchair manufacturers to provide the parts, tools, manuals, and diagnostics so anyone could make repairs, similar to how it works with cars.
If we're allowing people to fix cars that go 70 miles an hour, we should be able to allow people to fix their wheelchairs. We're going 7 miles an hour.
This legislation is not the answer.
Wheelchair manufacturers and suppliers oppose the bill, saying powered wheelchairs, unlike cars, are FDA-approved medical devices specially designed and programmed to meet patient safety requirements.
It really is a very complex medical device. And so someone without the training, somebody that might be a good mechanic, we believe, again, can't do or shouldn't do these more complex repairs.
We've had countless times whether there's somebody that like to just work on products that have caused some serious injuries.
But bill supporters say they risk serious injuries, including sores, when they don't have access to a customized wheelchair.
What is the cost of a repair as opposed to a lengthy hospital visit?
Manufacturers agree repairs are taking too long, but they blamed Medicaid, which requires prior authorization for a repair. Another bill aims to get rid of that. This bill would be a first in the nation if it passes and could pave the way for other devices. The bill has already passed the House and made it out of a Senate committee today and is headed to the Senate floor. Live at the Capitol, Sean Boyd covering Colorado First.